to week 6. I'm very excited that we've finally gotten here. In week 6, we are actually going to start our projects, and we're going to work on these projects from now until the end of this unit. The last week we will use to share them. But this week is sort of the introduction, and there are a couple things you need to do this week. First, there are 3 projects that you can choose from. Pick whichever one works for you, but your first job this week is to explore the exemplars and the slideshows that I've created for you. One is for comparing cultural songs. So that's one project, and what you'll do is you'll find 2 songs that are from different cultures and you'll compare them. You'll compare them musically, how they compare, this one fast and this one slow, major, minor, rhythms that you notice, pitches that you notice, any musical terms, anything musical that you notice, you'll compare them. That's one way. And then second, you'll compare them culturally. So you'll have to do some research and find out how is the song used, where is it sung, how is it sung, why is it sung, and then compare the 2 songs with how they compare culturally. You might also talk about how they've impacted their culture. And again, I've created an example of this comparing Birch Tree and Birch Tree and I Love the Mountains? No, Birch Tree and Arirang. That's what I compared. So you can look at that to see what I expect of you and kind of what you'll need to do. The second project is creating a song. Now for this, you'll need to think about different parts from different cultures, like different instruments or different rhythms or different thoughts, different types of music that you've heard. And you're going to say, okay, you know what? I've heard this and this type of music. I'm going to try to use that. And I've heard this and this type of music, and I'm going to use that. And then create your own music. This doesn't need to be a full song. You'll notice that I'm just using the word music. It can even just be a simple phrase. It's a lot of work to take things from other places and try to combine them. But again, the exemplar that I show you, the slideshow, shows you kind of step by step what to do. So go ahead and look at that one to see if that's something you're interested in. And the third project is comparing cultural instruments or just instruments. You've already done a lot of instrument investigation, and what you would do is you take 2 instruments and compare them. They might be really, really different, or they might be really similar, but with slight differences. Again, your job will be to compare them musically and like how they're played and what they're made out of, and then also to compare them culturally with how they're used in their culture and how they have impacted the world. I compared the ukulele and the guitar, talking about how those 2 instruments, they're very different. The guitar was created hundreds of years ago, and the ukulele is relatively newer, but the ukulele still has quite a cultural impact in Hawaii, in the United States. Anyway, you can look at what I did there. Look at all 3. Make sure you understand each one, and then pick which one you want to do. Then, still this week, you need to start working on them. So you'll pick which one you want to do, and then start working. There are 8 steps for each of them, and you need to finish the first 2 steps this week. I've created a slideshow for each project, so whichever project you pick, make a copy of that slideshow and share it with your teacher. And then you'll do steps 1 and 2, and all of the information and all of the guidance is in the slideshow. And when you have answers, you're going to write those in the slideshow too. There's places for your response here, so make sure you put all of that in there. There is also at the beginning of each slideshow a rubric, so you know what we're going to be looking for in your final project that you're going to share with people. Ultimately, what you look through my exemplars where I've created things and I've made a little slideshow to share with people, you need to do something very similar, if not the exact same, and you'll share it with your classmates. So I hope you understand, and I hope you have fun picking a project and getting started. As always, if you have questions, make sure you reach out.